of a gap. Darnola moves on. He's moving closer to Montargis. The Venice of the Gâtinais with its 131 bridges. I tell you what, if he could pull this off, this would be a film that could go to the Venice Film Festival. It'd be that impressive. Gives us a look to the camera. Another second into his gap, 28 now. Nice with one of its most boring days until now. And it's all exploded into life. Another turn, another twist. This time literally in the left-hand side. Waller can take it with ease. The rest will have to speed through here and be in one long line. Thankfully the whistle's out. Another look around to check the distance.
I'll look across the field here and see who is riding, but yeah, 28 seconds at the moment. This is up to this point, this is a real powerful ride from Dan Houle, and you know, who is going to panic within the sprinters teams here when they come to the front and really, you know, dig deep, because at the moment that's not happening here. But we can see is that Picnic is starting to appear, but are they coming to ride or are they just coming to take position? It looks like just position at the moment. Movistar are the ones, and you can see here the pace is knocked off a little bit, and yeah, this gap will grow more.
So much hesitation behind after they went round the corner there. Dan Orler tomorrow will ride the team time trial. There's no individual time trial in this Paris-Nice, but he's making one for himself today. 10 kilometres to go, 25 seconds of a gap. For the first time since he went away, the gap's just gone down by a couple of seconds. But the last time we saw the peloton, there was an almighty moment of hesitation. What's happening now? 3 trains. All again, they're keeping their position. NSN through the centre. Movistar on the left, Picnic on the right. Jayco are there as well. Jayco had Pascal Ackermann with a big chance. German joined the team over the winter. Yet to win since he moved to the Aussie outfit. Top 10s in Alula and in the Algarve, as well as an 8th place in Almeria. 23 seconds. They're starting to pull this back now. 9 kilometres to go.
And that was going to be the question. Would Dan Houle be able to keep up that effort he was putting in there? Because I think he was, you know, giving it his all there. The way the gap was growing out, and you can see that he's coming down, and you know, they're not really going full on here in the peloton. We can see the team of NS Cycling. They're just you know, continue to keep the front here. Movistar, they're just looking at them and, you know, allow them to pull the peloton along, and we can see, you know, 20 seconds it is starting to come down now, and still at, you know, just under 9 kilometres to go. So yeah, it was looking real good for Dan Houle for a while there, but you know, the peloton, you know, even the way they're pulling along at the moment, it would be just so difficult for a solo rider to be able to do that. And you know, we did talk about his time trial powers. It's still just going to be difficult to see him, you know, continuing on and holding the advantage anywhere near the finish.
8.5 Ks to go. He's been at it for over 10 kilometres now. Another look behind. 20 seconds for gap. You could just see the last shot we had on the front of the peloton. Some of the big sprinters really starting to show their faces for the first time. Biniam. We saw Ackermann. Fretin was there. Aulard. Another kilometre ticks by. 20 seconds. Jasper Stuyven, by the way, had just been moving up for Soudal Quickstep. Spreader von Leberger is in the team with him. These are the riders who were down. Remember, they'll be sprinting with Jensen Plough, right? He wasn't one of the riders who crashed. It's the Brunner alongside the Velder and Haynes. Haynes crashing twice today, the man with number 206 on his back. Tudor appear at the front. So now Quickstep with Stuyven last in the train there. Here's EF Education Easy Post. They've got the yellow jersey. They've been waiting. They've been watching. Now they go to work. Askren is one of those motors to be used, and the gap's down to 16 seconds. Any notion of panic will probably be died down by now. Lotte under Marché here. They're looking after Vito Brat. Remember, if he finishes in the top three, takes bonus seconds or above in the top three, Luke Lamperthy, he will take the yellow jersey. Darnola still just about out there, but they've got him in their sights.
Yes, it's starting to come down, and I think there's more teams coming to the front, just keep in position, and the pace is going up here. We can see they have him inside 12 seconds at the moment. It's just going the wrong way for Dan Hula. Yeah, looking at the general classification, of course, we talk about Lamperthy and Brash. Then the other riders like Girmay, at 10 seconds, if he can win the stage and the other guys are not up there in the top of the places on the stage, well, then he could go into the race leadership. So there's a lot to play for here, and they all know that, and this is an important one. The stage win, of course, to get the win for your sprinter. That's what the team is pushing for now. The director sportifs are saying, come on, guys, keep him there, whoever your sprinter is in that team, and deliver him, try and take him to the perfect position, and just drop him off when he can take up his sprint and win the stage. And of course, for some of those guys, the fast guys, there's also the possibility of getting the race leader jersey.
6 kilometres to go until we see who gets that race leader's jersey. It's on the back at the moment of Luke Lamperthy. 12 seconds for Dan Orla. He would need something really special now, or a big problem behind. Maybe even a level crossing to pick up that yellow jersey.
Or a motorbike.
He's trying his best to keep it going. Who's in that list of things going for him would be a moment or two of big hesitation. The minute they're looking around, they're keeping position. This is where GC teams start to come up as well. Left-hand side, you've got Ineos. Vauquelin's up there. Third wheel. 19 seconds again now for Orla. EF might have work to do. Picnic have tried to move up Casper van Uden.
What a ride.
It's incredible, isn't it?
This is a really strong ride for Dan Hula, because the peloton is just thundering along at a very fast rate here, and we can see different sprint teams coming to the front and just up at that pace a little bit. And when a team does that, they can take 3 or 4 seconds out of you so quickly, and we can see 17 seconds at the moment. Unfortunately for Dan Hula, there's a lot of straight roads here. If it was more technical where it was turning a bit, he can really just fly around the corners, where in the peloton, you just have to slow a little bit. But 17 seconds, 4.3 to go. A lot of the teams are just thinking, do we take it up now and really push on, or do we wait another kilometre before we do that?
Decathlon have not won a stage of Paris-Nice since 2014, when Carlos Betancourt won the overall after taking that stage on the Mur de Fayence. It's still unlikely for Horler, but he's giving his all. It's Tudor at the got a star man to do that for them. It's Kisper Askren in control. Oh dear. There's nervous moments in and around every corner. 2.7 k's to go. Red Bull keeping it fast and strong out over one of the 100.
Name what that
131 bridges in this town.
سلام سلام سمعكم على هذا نسمع له sorry connection مع
Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe. Jaco moving up in the purple jersey. 54 k's an hour.
هذا 6 كيلومتر تاريخ كله.
Baller looks round and he sees the mass of hungry riders that's not far of him now. That road has widened, but they've got to watch out for the little bit of islands that are there. It's a little bit more technical for them as Hall's about to come onto that wider road that takes them all the way. Into the finish. It's just 5 seconds. Yellow jersey Luke Lamperti looking to repeat what he did yesterday. 1,200 metres to the finish now. Looking around, quite a few actors who are hoping to get involved are way down. Green jersey Vitor Braz is in about 30th position. If you haven't moved up yet, it's time to move up now or regret it later on. XTS Astana trying to do that as we come up to the Flamme Rouge. It's 4 seconds. It's going to be agony. Absolute agony for Dan Haller, who looks like he's about to be caught with just a few hundred metres to go.
Yes, it looks like he's going to get swallowed up in the sprint, and we can see here now that the teams are just really giving it all here. There are men going to be peeling off after the effort here, but yeah, some of the sprinters are a bit too far off here at the moment.
Big problem at the back, big problem at the back. Failure on that roundabout, and some have got caught out. There he is, he's caught, and it's going to be Sudal quick. Step to try and lead out Jasper Stuyven. Behind him you can see Tudor awaiting. Lamperti's approaching on the left-hand side. Biniam has been boxed out. He's been trying to be brought up here again now. They wait. They are ready to go. It's XTS Astana who are going to try and lead out Max Kanter. I think that is there. Kanter's ready.
I think Biniam do it.
To go. Fredheim's there as well through the centre. It's going to be Kanter on the right-hand side to have a go. Biniam can't sprint here. Van Arsprint's going to sprint for them. Max Kanter going all the way. Gordon trying to get in. Pithy's there as well. It's Max Kanter who wins at a canter for XTS Astana. Wow! Who would have called that? It's an exceptional victory for the German. Max Kanter delivered right at the last by Mike Turnison and showing he had the speed to beat the best. It's just a third win of his career. It's his first time on the World Tour. So often a nearly man. It's his greatest moment on a bicycle. There was that incident behind in the chicane that put a lot of riders out. But that's a huge victory for 28-year-old Max Kanter.
Well, what a victory, and what a final again. We did see that it was very technical, and it was a problem for some of the riders to hold their position. Some riders losing a bit more place than they would have expected, and this man just in the right position at the right moment.
Max Kanter then, as it was Trentin leading out. Behind it was going to be Blauermus, who was going to do the sprinting for Tudor, but he never really was able to get going. 173 was involved with Stian Fredheim, but look here as Kanter goes. He's up against Pithy through the centre. Jasper Stuyven's having a go behind and a hit out as well. Lewis Askey tries to go. There's Boivin on the right-hand side. Just missing out on bonus seconds there, I think, is Luke Lamperti. But he's high enough and up there enough. Look at that from Max Kanter, though.
Well, again, as we see yesterday, so important to have a lead-out man, and Mike Tunison just doing a perfect job and dropping him off and delivering where he could take up his sprint. But again, he had the power when a lot of those guys, that is maybe a little bit of the problem, just get that position right in the sprint and get the right run at it. But he, because of his teammate Mike Tunison, he was delivered, and yeah, we could see all the way there. It looked like there was not going to be anybody else to control him. He had that power to keep it going to the line.
It's only the second time he sprinted this season. He was second in Trofeo Palma earlier on. And sprinting again today. He's taken his first World Tour win on a stage in Turkey a couple of years ago. The Ardennes Classic last year. And at XTS Astana, a man who's taken a long time to get to the very top. He started his career at Sunweb. He had that period at Movistar where he didn't really get anywhere near or have the chance. But XTS Astana believed in him. The team that for the last couple of years has started really winning. They've done it here with Max Canter, and that is a superb victory. Not even he could believe it. It's Canter, Pithy, Stowen. That's the order of the day. And that is a quite incredible moment. Canter, Pithy, Stowen. Then Godon and Lamperti in fifth in the end. Pluimers, Aski, Van Aspbroek, Rousseau and Turgis in a strange top 10. That's because of the incident at the chicane on the way in. But Canter was delivered perfectly, executed the sprint, and is now a Dakhili stage winner. Oh, Lawrence Pithy was close. Red Bull Borohanskor got him into the right place. Let's get some reaction from the Kiwi then. First time he's been at the business end of a sprint for a while as well. Let's see what his feelings are.
كلهم كان أبزا شانل يتمتعوا حوات سبسكرايب لايك شير كومنت صحافيهم وريتهم كاب تحتي أبزا أنا ذا فيديو تحت صحافيهم زلكم ريتو من نجار أنا كاي فيديو كاب صباح لايف أبناتو جزء كاب ساعة 4 وهي كاب ساعة 4 بستعملنا من قدي أتي زحاش من قدي كورد لكم تصفى قبر لا نبحث فينا نزناق عها ملو تسفالني سبسكرايب لكم كاس سبسكرايب غورو متابعي كم حاجه حق عايش بزح فيديوهات ورد كوينا برنن بحجيجن بزحاش هيك قام زوركو فيديوهات حيزه تسفا قبر سبسكرايب غوريكم حيوب بزحاش مطكم تحت الصباح حنصاب لنا فيسبوك ناتيكا عادل أحمد تبل أبني بايو تحت لاتكم ويكا أبني channel صحيفة لا باقيركم كتاتلون توليهم سقاط طبعا بحدش فيديو سقام